Okay guys, I have a very good battle today versus LeanPocketz, a double battle, and I think I've been expected to put up at least one or two double battles since I am the double battle leader of t-flate. So he leads with Smeargle and Clefable, and I lead with Starmie and Vaporeon, which is kind of obvious, easy double lead. And I go for the Surf, which does a very good chunk to Smeargle, and it basically does nothing to Vaporeon, and it does a little bit to the Clefable, a lot less than I was actually hoping, and then he spores me, which is really annoying. And I go for the Rain Dance because this is a Rain Dance team. Most of the pokes on this actually know Rain Dance. And he gets some lefties, and yeah, good battle. And he goes for Follow Me, which doesn't really do anything in this battle, and I'm asleep, and I'm still asleep for a few more turns. And he goes for the sub right here. I didn't think he had enough HP for a sub, and then the Salak Berry, so I'm like, oh crap, what is going on here? And just for the safe move, I go for the Toxic on Clefable because I really want to wear the thing down because I know it's going to take a long time to kill it. And he gets some lefties on his Clefable and gets hurt by poison, so yeah. He goes for the Baton Pass into Metagross with a Salak Berry, and I was like, oh crap, this is not good. But thankfully, I wake up here and go for the Surf, which breaks that Metagross's sub and hurts the Clefable a bit, which is great because if the sub hadn't been broken, it would have been very bad for me. I'm very lucky there that I only had a one turn wake up, and it does a ton to Clefable because of the rain. And the I Hydro Pump the Metagross, luckily, and it hits and does a ton of damage because of the rain again. And he encores me, and that really didn't do anything because I basically just went for Hydro Pump after Hydro Pump this whole battle. So I thought that right here he was going to be speedier. I thought that his Metagross was going to be faster than my Starmie, but luckily it wasn't. So I go for the Surf, kill off that stupid Metagross that could have swept me if my Starmie couldn't have woken up. And it does a nice chunk to Clefable. Takes it down to the red zone, which is good. And I just Hydro Pump it and kill it off right there and then. So things are looking pretty good for me right now. He hasn't even touched my pokes yet, and I've got two of his down, and his Smeargle is kind of worthless at the moment because I'm faster than it and everything. And this is kind of weird because through this whole thing, I have the Rain Dance up and I go for the Thunder. Politoed is just extremely special defense, but I get the Parahacks, which is just great, really good. And he goes for the Toxic on my Vaporeon. Kind of bad, but I have lefties and everything. And he U-turns here, and this Starmie actually has a Focus Sash, so it doesn't really do that much. I'm still alive, and yeah, it's all good. He switches into his Smeargle, and that thing is just worthless. I go for the Hydro Pump and kill that Smeargle off, and things are looking even better for me. So the rain stops, which is kind of annoying, and that was very annoying because I really thought it would go for at least one turn longer so I could get the Thunder off or something. But he just brings in his his Scizor, and bullet punches me to death. And I go for the Hydro Pump, and it hits the Scizor, does decent damage, and this Politoed actually doesn't even have Water Absorb, which is strange. It has Icy Wind, and I avoid it. Sorry about that. And sorry about the Parahacks too on Thunder. So I get some lefties, I'm hurt by poison, you know. And then right here, I think I send in my Suicune, and I go for the Surf just because I really want to kill the stupid Scizor off. He bullet punches my Starmie, which obviously does, or my Vaporeon does nothing. And then I go for the Surf, and it turns out, like I said earlier, he doesn't have Water Absorb on his Politoed, so I gained some health on my Vaporeon, 25%, and I was expecting it to go up on the Politoed, but it does damage, which is weird. I don't know what that's about. Usually they all have the Water Absorb, and then I go for the Hydro Pump and just kill off that Skizor. So being locked into Hydro Pump really doesn't do much, and he misses the Hypnosis here, which was pretty cool. So yeah, things are looking really good for me right now, and yeah, pretty good. So he gets some lefties, and he sends in his last two pokes. He has a Heatran and a Politoed. He Dragon Pulses my Vaporeon, which does, he gets a crit, and I Surf, and because that Politoed doesn't have Water Absorb, it's really good for me, because that thing would be full health right now. And I get health on my Vaporeon, does some damage to the Politoed, and it does a lot less on the Heatran. I don't know. But then I just Hydro Pump it and kill it. Maybe because Rain Dance isn't up. I have no idea. So he's down to his last poke. It's 5-1. Right here, I know I'm going to win. So, yeah. He goes for the Hypnosis and misses again. Sorry about those hacks. I mean, there wasn't much, but all the hacks went in my favor this game. So I get hurt by Poison. And to finish it off, my Encore ends right here. But to finish off that Politoed, because it is very special bulky, I switch into my Raikou right here. And for the Suicune, I go for Rain Dance, so I can just thunder that thing to death. So he gets the Parahacks right here, which didn't matter at all. So good game, LeanPocketz. I hope you re-challenge my Frontier facility in the future. Hoping to some good battles, and he flees. So good game. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.